Hello, my name is David, and I live in Northern California, and I love California. I wanted to continue on my Easy Ways to Save like series, and I want to come out with number three, which is about automatic savings, and then also to cut unnecessary costs. So, on the automatic savings, I think the one way to save money, I've said this a couple of times, but I'm going to say it again, is I've asked friends how much they haven't saved anything, and how much are you able to save? Well, I think I could save $400 a month. Now, that's pretty bold coming from somebody that hasn't saved anything. And I said, well, can you save $200 a month? Well, yeah, that would be no problem, but I could save $400 a month. But they haven't saved anything. So what I tell them is that I think a good starting point for you would be $100 a month. And they're always like, oh, no, I could save a lot more than that. But, your situation doesn't show me that that's what's really happened. And I used to do a lot of this when I did retirement planning when I worked for MetLife. And so I'd have to get into some budget issues. And my degree was in economics, so I kind of know a little bit about it. On the automatic savings, the easiest way to do it, once you've determined, let's just say $100 per month, it's not the amount of money that you end up saving, as it's not as important as to create the habit. The idea is to create the habit, because any money that goes into this account is not coming out of this account. Maybe it will never come out of this account. I think a lot about the retirement money that I've saved over the years, and it will probably end up going to my sons because of two reasons. I've saved enough. I'm also going to have probably a good retirement money coming in monthly. But the most important thing is I'm not going to retire. I know it sounds weird, but I am not going to retire. I don't have any interest in retiring. I really enjoy what I do, and being able to cut back has been a big thing. I used to sell like 100 pools a year. Now I sell 30. So that's dramatic cutback. And at times when the economy was bad the last 2 years, it almost felt like I was retired. There were so few leads. So that also helps my retirement planning, is I just do not plan on stopping. I enjoy it. I really enjoy my job. So the first way to try to save, and probably the easiest, is auto deduct. You might have to go to your bank, you might have to find out, and if you have automatic deposit, makes it a lot easier. Then you can say, I want to save $100 a month. I want $100 a month to go into my savings account. So you want it to go into an account that you don't have easy access to. Maybe you don't even have a card to it. Maybe you can't transfer money to another account. You want to make it so that if you had to get the money, you're going to have to wait until the bank is open and go down there and take it out, because sometimes that waiting is what's going to make it so you realize, oh, well, wait a minute, I'm not going to be able to do it. I'm not doing it. Another way that a lot of Japanese people do, when I was I'm in half Japanese, so I'm looking into their culture and some of their financing. What they do is they're really big into envelopes. They have different envelopes for everything, from their what they think that their utility bills are going to be, their house payment. They have everything in envelopes, mostly cash. I don't recommend that you keep that much cash around, but that's how they do it in Japan. And I think that it appears to be safer over there. But when they had that nuclear power plant that blew up because of the tsunami in Japan, and it came and went way into the countryside and wiped out a bunch of towns, and even some of the towns now are still not. You still can't go there because the radiation level is too high. They have these guys that do dark adventures, and they go in there and they wear these little things that tell you what the radiation levels are. And I was watching one where it was way over what was safe, but they were driving you through, towns that are just totally abandoned in Japan. One of the interesting things about it, though, is that after everything had gotten sucked back out to the ocean and then things started to come back in, what they had the majority of was personal safes, little safes, because they're airtight, they float, and they were just littering the whole beach. And a lot of them did not have anybody's name as to who they were. And the government tried really hard to figure out who this money, belonged to. And it just goes to show you how they felt more comfortable having it at home in a safe than they did at a bank, and so that's why I think the envelope thing works for them, because they can have it. I'm sure they have it hidden in a special place in their house, and just to see that envelope getting bigger and bigger and accumulating, that makes them feel comfortable. And there's nothing wrong with that either. I think using an envelope for savings, that's good, but you need to put it in a place where it's not going to be easily accessible. My last thing that I'm a big person of in the automatic saving thing is buying silver. I buy silver rounds, so they look like a coin, but they're 1 ounce rounds. And I buy them from American Eagle or Sunshine Mint. Those are the two that I like to buy it from. I actually buy them on eBay. And, I've had it as much as $700 and have it delivered to my mailbox. And I'm fine with that, So a lot of the products that I buy, they're way more than $700 and it's insured. So, but it gets delivered to me through the mailbox, and then I have it. And so, you can buy it that way. You can buy 1 coin at a time, probably $35, or you could buy it in a tube, which would be like $700 because it's 20 in a tube. But silver makes it hard to cash it in. You can go to a coin shop or a pneumatic shop in your town or around you, and they will cash them in, but they're going to give you maybe 10 to 15% less than what you paid for it. So it only kind of works when you've had it for a long period of time, because I've been saving silver since 1980. So I think I was buying it when it was more like $7 or $10 an ounce. Now it's 35. So I like silver. I have a bunch of it. And it's nice because I look at it, and that is also something else I probably will never cash in. I mean, I've had to do it over the years. I had gold, and I had to cash in all my gold because over the years I needed it, or got into a tight bind or whatever. And so I ended up taking it in and cashing it in. And so that is a good way of holding its value, even against inflation. It will go up. It's not really going up. It's actually following the dollar. And then, but it will appear to be like it's growing, but it isn't. It's really just holding value, I believe. Then, so those are the things that I think that you can do to create automatic savings. Now, cutting unnecessary cost. One of the things that I did when I didn't have any money, or I was really trying to save money, is I would walk around with literally no money. I just take it back. I might have $100 bill in my pocket, and just in case things were really, really bad, or something got really bad. But there were so many times that I went to places and I was like, oh, I don't have any money, so I couldn't go there. Hey, let's go have pizza, Dave. Yeah, I mean, I could go there and sit and watch you guys, but I'm not, I don't have the money. And so by not carrying money around with me, that really made a big difference. I think another big deal is turn off the freaking TV. I mean, all these ads. I'm on a diet right now, and all I see is food ads. I mean, I see Oreo ads. I see, all these different ads for stuff that I cannot eat. I should not eat. And I think it also happens to work along the lines of buying new cars. I mean, there's new cars advertising, almost every time there's a commercial break. And so these generate a subconscious level that you need to buy something. If you buy that car, then you will have that woman and you'll be very happy. Your life will completely turn around if you have that. So I would say turn off the TV. Instead, you might want to look at other entertainment. Like, I think a really good thing to do, which I don't do enough of, but I used to, is reading books. You can always watch a video and you can watch a movie on something, but reading a book, it just starts to make it so that your imagination kicks in and you can kind of visualize, the scene and what's happening in it, and just find something though that you're very passionate about. I mean, it could be about Pokemon, or it could be about, different countries. It could be travel books if you wanted to do it, but just have a book that you carry around with you, maybe a couple, and then you go to the park, or even you go to a parking lot and you're done shopping. So you just get out and you read a little bit. I think that is a really good way to save money, cut unnecessary costs. Another big thing that we have in America, and especially in California, is we have the most wonderful parks. I know I'm driving to people's appointments all the time, and I'm looking at these great parks in different neighborhoods, and there's nobody in them. People are, I don't know, probably playing Game Boy or something at home. But yeah, some of them I've actually stopped at. They're not even in my town, and I'll just go find a picnic bench, and I'll just walk over there, and sometimes I'll just sit there, and sometimes I'll get on my phone and watch YouTube. But at least I'm at a park where I'm enjoying it, and it doesn't cost me really anything to do that. The last thing is probably just not to do impulsive buys, and that includes like going to McDonald's. When you get through a drive-through line, they're very good about it. Do you want fries with that? Well, yeah, hell yeah, I want fries. How about a cone? So it's the advertising. I know I go into the AM/PM every morning to buy my wife a Diet Pepsi, a 32 ounce. I know it's bad for her, but that's what she has every morning. That's her coffee. And when I go in there, I'm always amazed at all of the advertising that they have, Oreo cookies and other kind of cookies and potato chips. And now they have a thing with chips that are wrapper chips. So they have different wrappers on it. I saw Snoop Dogg on one of them. And all of it is just to say, like, buy me, buy me, buy me. And since I'm on a diet, I don't buy anything. I used to go in there and buy ice cream sandwiches, and that's so bad for me, So I'm really glad I stopped that. I could eat one ice cream sandwich and feel the effects in my diabetes. So I'm so glad that I'm not doing that. So I'm going to continue with my little easy ways to save. And I'm hoping that some of this has some value to you. We've always said in sales, if you could just get one idea, it could be $1 million idea, because if you use it in your sales presentation, maybe it helps to close more sales. They don't always work, but all you need is that, be a collector of these ideas. And so I hope that you are open-minded and you'll kind of look at the good things that I'm saying, not the bad ways that I'm explaining it. And maybe some of it will resonate with you, and you'll think, yeah, I like that idea. I think I'm going to buy some silver. And if you do, I love it, because you can look at it, you can hold it. I used to carry a silver ingot in my pocket, and I would just play with it with my fingers. But every once in a while I pull it out, I look at it, I'm like, oh my God, this is worth $35. I like that. So anyway, I hope some of this helped you guys. Subscribe if you can, so we can stay in contact. And I'll look forward to talking with you very soon, in the very near future. Thank you much, and have a great day.